Welcome back to Hardcore Ultimate Iron Man. It is high time we get a better offhand item. Between completely empty god books, giving 5 prayer bonus, and the anti-dragon shield, our options are not great. So we're heading to the Warriors Guild to get defenders. To help us in that mission, we're going to get the Dragon Battle Axe for its special attack. Put this on, use the spec, and it is basically a super strength at the cost of all the other combat stats. But that can be rectified with an attack potion, a defense potion if you're feeling fancy, and those are all easily get from the shop there, back in the Warriors Guild. Full black armor for fighting, straight from Varrock, and we're pretty much good to go. With all the food and potions right here, this really is a convenient location for training. Black armor is the lowest level that you still get all the armor back, so we don't need to worry about getting replacement sets. Also, I think we need to bring attention to what's going on over here. This man is fighting the animated rune armor with a rune halberd. That is fascinating. That's going to be incredibly slow. Oh, halberds. Always a fun time. Anyways. Fighting the black armor here. 20 tokens each time. Very quick. And then just pick everything back up. And go again. Going to get a decent chunk of tokens here. And then we can head upstairs. 1,000 Warrior Guild tokens later, we are now ready to take on these Cyclops. Cyclopses? Cyclopes? Either way. But first, talk to Camfrina here, so we can get some defenders. We don't have one yet, so we can get bronze. Bronze defender. First one here. I think this is going to be immediately going into our shield slot. No real reason to keep the anti-dragon shield. Defensively, it's a bit worse. But hey, it's something. Iron Defender. Running very low on this first set of Warrior Guild tokens. That's okay. Bronze Defender. Replaced. Also, I got a zombie mask, so that's fun. The zombie head finished the zombie set for me. So I came down here to the Stronghold of Security to get the shade robes to fill that in. This is apparently the first time we've been down here. Makes a bit of sense. The 10,000 coins from the above floors. No real reason to run past the Ankus at a low level on a hardcore, when we don't really have much use of the boots here anyways. But now that's done. And we also got the emotes finished here. So that's fun. And there's another 1,000 tokens. Let's try to get more than 2 defenders this time. That'd be great. Steel defender. Pretty quick. Out. And back in. Oh, we moved around pretty quickly there. Okay. And the black defender. Doing much better so far, he says, before he goes through the entire rest of the tokens without getting the next one. Called it. What was that? 700 and some tokens without getting the next defender? Unfortunate. Unfortunate. But we're still getting experience, so it's not completely wasted. Back to the animated armor. Another trip to Tears of Gothics. Going pretty well. We've gotten more quest points, so we get 130 tears this time. And these are going to go into rune crafting. Now level 37. 1,000 more tokens have been collected. Can we get more than 2 defenders? Mithril defender. Finally. Went through 650 more tokens to get here. Also got 2 long bones before that, which is ridiculous. We are severely under the drop rate of defenders here. That's okay. Experience, it's fine. Let's get these last 2 up here nice and quick, huh? Okay, that's better. Adamant defender. Moments later. Yes, please. Black defender is still on the ground. Mithril defender is over here now. Alright. 1 more up here to go. And rune defender. Sure, good. Guess we are done here at the top then. That was much better. Black defender on the ground, Mithril defender on the ground, Adamant defender on the ground, rune defender in the inventory, and down we go. Let me just see how many kills that was between. It was Mithril, 1 more, Adamant rune. Perfect. Alright. 3 defenders and 4 kills. That makes up for it. And now, we head downstairs to the higher level Cyclopses, which can drop dragon defenders and various better loot, which is also going to be nice. So here we go. Let's see. Dragon defender on the first kill. It could happen. Had to get more food. And when I come back, we need at least 100 Warrior Guild tokens to even enter. So, back to the armor. Only gonna get 500 this time. Maybe we're being a little optimistic. But here we go. Well, it's not a dragon defender, but I have a lot of things here that need to be dealt with. Got another stamina potion, trading in a Torstal, an adamant square shield, a crystal key, and a hard clue. So I think that all warrants a trip away from the Warriors Guild. For the hard clue scroll, we need the complication music track. And that unlocks at the Chaos Altar. There are a few options for that. We could go get a Chaos Talisman, or we could just go through the Abyss. I think the Abyss is probably the right choice. We've got some food on us. We got teleports. It should all work out. Also, we're going to empty the looting bag here, since we need another Torstal out for availability to trade. Also, this will make it easier to get through the Abyss, since we now have a pickaxe and an axe on us. So that's also good. This is going to make us scold and have no prayer. That's not the worst thing that could happen. Easily run through here. We have tons of defense since we're actually wearing armor instead of just nothing. Here is the Chaos Rift. And there's the task. It's a task. It was another task. And now it's a song. So that's perfect. Then we just need to hop over to Falador. There is still every chance that we won't be able to finish a hard clue scroll. But it's worth trying. Could get some cool stuff. And this is only the first hint here. Play it. Lovely. Another clue. In the Fisher Realm. Easy enough. A quick chat to King Percival. The answer is 5 to whatever his question was. Oh, yes. The demonic ruins. Let me just charge out into the deep wilderness. No thanks. No thanks. Not gonna do that. So we move on to the next thing we have here. And that is a crystal key. I'm gonna go open up the crystal chest here. Got this in 2 drops. The loop and the tooth. And grab ourselves a 100 coal, an uncut dragonstone, and the Falador medium task. So that's nice. Do I want to do anything with 100 coal? Not really. We could make some bars or something. Seems just a little bit awkward. Doesn't really have any value either for selling to a shop. Let's drop that. We can always just buy some coal at the blast furnace if we really needed it. I don't think that's really what I want right now. The dragonstone I'm going to keep for later uses. So lastly, we've got the adamant square shield. Useful for clue scrolls. One of them is in the wilderness, so we're just going to put this in the medium stash unit with a few other easily collectible items. This is by far the most difficult one here. Need a bit more inventory space, as per usual. So we got another looting bag here. Dragonstone, yes. Dragon Mace and U Shortbow. Those are maybe useful in the future. We will see. But that is enough inventory to get things started here at least. Hammer, saw, 2 oak planks, 10 nails, builds the stash. Adamant square shield, mithril plate body, bone dagger, fills the stash. And now, if we ever need a shield, we have an adamant square shield here. Is that even better than a rune defender? Marginally. Compared to a dragon defender, and also taking into account all the offensive stats, probably would never use this as a shield. But hey, it is an option now. Well, we used up the last of the tokens we had. Got 500 more tokens. used all those up, got 500 more tokens, and only used 40 of them to finally get the Dragon Defender. Also just killing this last Cyclops here, just to not leave it partially killed. Tons and tons of rune helmets and such. I alked all of those since we don't need that. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, it is significantly better than the Rune Defender. Very cool. Health value 39k. Can you alk this? I'm gonna try. You cannot. Well, that's just a drop then. And now, with the Defender taken care of, that is one more slot with significantly better stuff in it. Reasonable next goals would be things like the Fighter Torso, but we have all these extra things in our inventory that we really want to not have all that extra space taken up doing Barbarian Assault. Also, don't think you can really bring in a looting bag or runes. So we will get to that at some later point. So instead of focusing on the body, we're going to go for the helmet. The Rockshell helm looks hilarious, and better options are available. Most of the items that we need can be collected over in the quest area. So all we need to really bring is an axe, some bronze nails, and by some I mean one, but it looks like 3, science, and some mithril ore. We could have gone and mined 6 mithril ore with a bronze pickaxe. That seems like a silly idea when it's this cheap at the blast furnace. And that is everything we need. Starting here on a dock in Roleka, we talk to Mord and Maria Gunnars. Since we have a Rockshell on, we get the Fremnik name Rakla Rock Crusher, which is pretty great. That is me. I am known as Rock Crusher. And they are Ferryman and his wife, who also ferries you. They are from Jatizo and Natesnot. And the king of Jatizo wants to talk to me. The Fremnik Isles. Sounds good. Nice little classic sailing interface there. And we are on Jatizo. Very barren, very rocks, metal. I'm going to take a slight pit stop here to purchase a raw tuna for reasons. And then we can head in here and talk to the king. His cat is screaming at us while we're trying to have a conversation. But I am indeed the Outlander who has joined the Fremnik, which is very cool. So what do you need right now? What he needs right now is a very important task. But also, we need to deal with this cat first. He's being incredibly loud. So before we get to my incredibly important task. The cat needs some fish. And the fish that he wants is raw tuna, which we have. Very convenient. You can just purchase it from a shop. Could easily fish it. Didn't need to. Here's the fish. And we are good to go. So now, without all that distraction, we are going to go to Naetsnot and talk to his informant. They have been docking at the ports, preparing for something. And while we are dealing with that, they've got some merchants from Keldegrim that are here, being a nuisance themselves. Very expensively just eating everything they have. They want some ore, and then they could get out of here. And they've already sent all the miners to go mine. But it's not going to be enough. And so, I, being a fantastic miner, can go get you some ores. 6 pieces of mithril. We can go mine them down in the mines over here. But they don't care where the mithril comes from. So, these purchased ores are good enough. 6 mithril ores. Here we are. And we get rewarded for our efforts. 5,000 coins. We made a profit. We made a profit off of that. Fantastic. Alright. Now that that is also taken care of, we can get down to business. He does not like the ruler of Naetsnot. Not at all. He suspects that he is plotting to defeat him. She is pronouns there. He's always up to something. So we need to go over there and figure out what's happening. And we are going to do this by playing a fool. Kind of like a mime. We're going to go and entertain them and listen in on their plans. His previous spy master already did so, but he wasn't very successful. So now we are taking his place. Sounds like something we can do. We can take the ferry back to Rilaka, then to Naetsnot. Because the only other way is across the troll-infested islands to the north. And all the bridges are broken, and it's just a mess out there. We're going to need the costume, though. Right here in the chest. Also, the password to talk to the spy master is free stuff, please. It's a very good password. Don't worry about it. Let's grab the jester outfit. Pointy hat. Tight tights. The top is top, and the boots are booty. Interestingly, the boots have fantastic magic defense. Each piece just has 5 magic defense and negative range defense, interestingly enough. Very particular, but it has its uses. So now we just head out of here. We need to unequip these. Your Jester typically does not come wielding a scimitar, but a giant cape is fine, clearly. Head back to Releka and take the other ferry to Dance Knot. Unlike Jatizo, which is barren wastelands, Dance Knot's actually pretty nice. You got some greenery, Arctic pines, you got some yaks. Town is made of wood. Very nice. We first have to talk to the Spy Master here, using the secret phrase. Now we can get some information from him. We need to go in and talk to the leader here. Get employed as a jester. And listen in on his plans. And then, once we've learned what there is to learn, we will confirm the information with information he's already gathered. To make sure we've gotten things right. The guards are going to search us thoroughly. But not that thoroughly, clearly. The outfit is in place. And we are good to go. So we head on in here. Talk to Monis Beauregard. I'm an unemployed jester. Classic. So we just met, and we already have the job here. So let's do it. A combination of listening to what Monis wants us to do and listening in on all the other talking. Slamming a pie in our face, and they're going to be assaulting some caves in 2 days. Do a bit of skipping. The recruits are nearly ready. Skip again. They're training a militia. 17. Another pie. They're making some shields. And armor. Armor is going to be done tomorrow. They need to repair 2 bridges as soon as they can. And that's all the gesturing we need to do. We did a very good job. Fantastic. So now we can go back to Slug here. And we have obtained the information. The troops can be ready in 2 days. 17 militia have been trained. There are 2 bridges to be repaired. And that's all the truth. So he's going to inform the king of our good work here. And we are rewarded with more money. Neat. So now, we can follow up on any leads in the area. We want to know exactly what's going on with the bridges. So we need to investigate. Not as a jester, but as an adventurer. We need to gain their trust in order to get more information. Just go along with any plans they have. And once the bridges are repaired, return to him. And clearly don't go in with the jester outfit, obviously. We are back. Not as a jester this time, but as an outlander with a Fremnik name. And that name is Rock Crusher, which is still great. I'm here to help. Anything I can do. They need a courageous and valiant individual. Not afraid of trolls. And that is definitely me. Now we need to prove our loyalty before he trusts us with more sensitive matters. A few tasks. Shouldn't be too bad. What do you want? They've got some building projects that can do with an extra hand. And we can help with that. The bridges to the Troll Islands need repairing. 8 lengths of rope. We can do that. We can gather yak hair and bring it to the spinning wheel to make rope. Should be easy enough. We can also get rope from anywhere else, but this is fine. And they supply rope to all the rope traders in Gillinor, which is pretty impressive. Also of use here is this store. They've got a good amount of supplies we need for other things. We need 8 ropes. So you come down in here and kill some yaks. Used to be a decent training spot, but they're not aggressive or anything, so crabs have really taken the spotlight here. We could just go and buy ropes somewhere else and come back, but this will be quick enough. Kill some yaks. Take the hair. And once we have 8, we can go over to the spinning wheel. Down to the spinning wheel. We can make rope. A little bit of crafting experience for our efforts. So that's nice. This will be 8 ropes. Exactly what we needed. So then we just head back into, I guess it counts as a throne room. It's not a very big throne room, but it's okay. I've got the 8 ropes right here. And they are very good. And we're rewarded with 1,000 coins. Nice. Put the ropes somewhere safe for the time being. Oh, sure. Whatever you say. Next up, we need to do a little bit more stuff for them. They need 8 Arctic pine logs, which have been split. We can chop the logs here, split them on this stump, and we need to bring them 8 ropes and 8 split logs. We can do it. It's going to be a bit of a mess. You see, this is the part of the quest where we need many inventory spaces. So the first thing we're going to do is destroy the silly jester outfit, because that's not going to work out. That's still only 5. So we're going to need to do a bit of juggling items on the floor for a little bit, which is not ideal. All the teleport runes are on the floor. While we go over here and split some logs. Also needed to drop things to chop enough logs, then drop them again, pick up the logs. It's a bit of a process, but it's a lot easier than putting more things in the looting bag and then having to take them out. So anyways, here are the 8 split logs I needed. And we get more money, which is nice. Now we can take both of these and go repair the bridges. 2 bridges leading to the northern island, so not this first one here. Each bridge takes 4 rope, 4 logs, and we need to bring a knife. So we can now go and repair the bridges. So we're going to drop the logs, pick up some stuff, drop the stuff again, pick up the logs. Just refreshing the timer here. Grab a knife. Run over here. We've got 2 minutes before that stuff despawns. And really it's not a huge deal if it does. Just need to come over here. Repair. This is the safer of the 2 bridges, because there's only a few ice trolls nearby. And once we have the first one repaired here, we can easily just go pick up everything, and then we're fine. The other side is less safe. So now we can walk across back here again. Walk across this bridge. And go pick up our stuff before we head over and fix the other side. Still here, on the floor, all the stuff. It really is that easy. Now on this side, we're going to be running past trolls. And that does make things more dangerous here. Luckily, we now have the teleport runes available, so that works out. We're going to preemptively protect from range. So if any thrower trolls are right over here, we won't be annihilated. Because if you're standing here, they can be shooting at you the entire animation, stacking up damage. It's a bad strategy. All things told. Now over here, I'm going to switch back to protect from melee to run past these trolls. Or walk, I guess. But that takes care of that. And now the bridges have been repaired, which is nice. That will help them a lot. We did originally come here to figure out what their plan was, and now we have helped to get that done very quickly. So this whole strategy here is not going great. But we have fixed the bridges. Now they're one step closer to putting their plan into action. And they can tell us what the plan is, which is fun. But first, rewarded for fixing the bridges. Very cool. They are planning to assault the troll caves. Sounds like it could be very exciting. They haven't been fighting the trolls much recently, as they've been bickering with the other island. So the trolls have grown in number and strength. They've been attacking, probably burnt down these 2 buildings in one of their raids. And they've had quite enough of that. So they're going to go and defeat the Troll King. Sounds exciting. But they wanted to bring in some additional help. And that's me. All we did was make some ropes, split some logs, and fix some bridges. But now we are going to lead the forces into battle against the Troll King. I am honored. It's going to be very cool. Once the militia arrives, and we are fully equipped, we head north to the Troll Caves. The only problem is with the king of Jagex and his suspicious of this whole situation. We need to go and figure out what he knows to make sure he doesn't interfere. Possibly, he could even help. But that's not likely. So now, we're good here. And we need to return to Jagex. And we are back with the king here. We've got the information on when the bridges will be repaired. They've already been repaired. It's crazy how fast that's going, huh? Bizarre. Anyways. Now he wants to amass his troops immediately for the inevitable attack. But they are out of money. So, to pay the troops, we are setting up a new tax. Yay! They already have plenty of taxes. And people are not going to like that. So they're just going to make up a new tax. And this tax is going to be on something ridiculous. How about windows? We have windows. Windows. Every building with windows. Perfect. And we get to be the tax collector. Boy. Fantastic. So, we just need to go around to everyone in town with windows and charge them 1,000 coins per window. We're only going to bother the shopkeepers. So that's who we need to go and collect from. When the tax collector comes by, and his name is Rock Crusher. Yeah. Alright. Talking to Scully here. If we look at his windows around his building, he owes us 6,000. Rules are rules. 6,000 coins. Next up, we have Rom. 1,000 coins per window. And this building has even more windows. So you go 8,000. We really could just pay this entire tax ourselves, and it wouldn't even be a problem. But of course we're not going to do that. We're just going to keep on charging people per window. This could have some interesting effects on architecture if this tax continues into the future. They're just gonna board up their windows. Could be a bit of a weird time. But here we go. A normal tax bag full of a normal amount of coins. Window taxes collected. And unfortunately, it is still not enough. So, another tax. Not beer. How about beards? Yep. Tax and beards. And mustaches, of course. And now, we're going to have a bunch of bald people living in windowless houses. Fascinating. A fascinating system we have growing here. What a mess. What a mess. More taxes for everyone. We are definitely not getting in anybody's good books here. And I'm just literally over here with my 3 million coins. Quite the piece of work here. Quite the piece of work. And they made the mustache option just for this guy. He doesn't have a beard. Only a mustache. But that totally counts. We're not even going to give him a discount for how small amount of facial hair he has comparatively. Oh boy. And there is another few thousand coins. And we have a hefty tax bag. Great. And luckily, that is enough. So we can stop doing this. Now, we return to our espionage to figure out about those bridge repairs that happened and where they're getting help from. It's me. It's a mess out here. We're going to need the Jester's outfit again, which is conveniently in here. Don't need to go on some wild goose hunt to make a new Jester outfit. Every time we destroy this, it magically teleports to this chest, clearly. Back to Nate's Knot. Talking to the Spy Master again. Once again, the plan is go be a Jester to figure out what's going on. We got the costume, and we're ready to go. Exactly how we are fooling anyone with this is a good question. But here we are, accomplishing what we can. Do a little jig. Talking about the champion. The champion is great. Yes, I am. for messing with, also being with the king. But it's okay. We did help prepare the bridges. Well, that was nice of us. And the militia is ready. And it's near Ectocaria. Bringing the potions tonight to launch the raid at dawn. Exactly why they feel the need to explain their plans while the jester is gesturing. Works for us, though. Works for us. Back to the Spymaster for our report. For whatever reason, he already knows the answers to everything. So it really doesn't matter that we were getting this information. The militia is at etc. Ectocaria. All the funny names up here in the Fremnic lands. They're delivering some potions. And I'm the one that has been helping. I'm telling the truth, as per usual. And we get paid for our efforts. What a mess. What a mess. And now, we head back to the king. Hey, king. You got one more task for me? Guards, securing the door. It was me who repaired the bridges. Yep, that was me. Strict instructions to go along with the plans while investigating. Fool of a spy master. They're not... the militia is not attacking you. It's a raiding party for the Troll King. But he doesn't believe me. And I have had enough. I take you for a fool. Yes, I do. Your paranoia is running this island into the ground. Come and fight with us. With to kill the Troll King. Then maybe you can get a little bit of respect back here. You're the one that should be wearing the Jester's outfit. Nobody talks to him like that. And maybe somebody should have. He wants to have me beheaded, and I'd like to see him try. There's nothing you can do to stop me. So instead of helping out, his plan is now to defeat the Troll King first. His forces are not ready in any way, shape, or form. They don't stand a chance. But he's having none of it. He's sending his warriors, most likely to their deaths, to try to win. And he's giving me a decree to bring back to Nadsnot. If they interfere, it'll be considered an act of war. Fine. What a mess. What a mess. Royal decree. Crazy ramblings. Same thing. And we hop back to the other island again. I got you a letter from the Crazy King. It's unfortunate how things have gone down here. He had spies. I was one of the spies. He's paranoid. Anyways. They are sending their troops against the trolls. And they're going to be leaving ASAP. Don't think that's really going to change our plans much, because they don't stand a chance. But if we can get going soon, it's probably for the best. Either way, since we are going to be the leader of the troops here, we have to complete some rites first. We must be equipped with the weapons of and armor of a Fremnik warrior. Very well. We first need the traditional armor, which is yak hide. Of course, we get yak hide from the yaks. And then we're going to need to craft it. So we can make use of the shop in here. Needle, some thread, hammer for later. Yak murder. Also chopped some logs and made another rope. But we have the 3 yak hide we need. We will cure it with this guy here. Cure all the yak hides, please. All the hides. And then from this, we can make yak hide body armor and yak hide legs. Very fancy. Yaki armor. Now we just need to make one final item, and we'll be ready. The traditional round shield. Very good at deflecting large rocks, which is going to be very useful. We've collected all the supplies we need for this. We can just run over here to the stump and make the shield. How exactly we are holding this all together with one nail is a question, but it's fine. So we are ready. We've got everything we need. Do we swear to uphold the virtues of courage and honor? Yep. Yep, we do. We are now the champion of Nate'snot. Very fun. And as the champion, we're taking the fight to the Troll King. We need to head all the way north and group up with the rest of the militia to defeat the Troll King, and most likely also save Jetsuzo's troops. But this is not the inventory we're going to want for that mission. We'll go with the yak hide and all that. It's acceptable. The shield's really good for its effect here. And we can just store the rest of this away. Don't need any of these. I'll get an extra prayer potion here. We should be able to claim some prayer potions. So I think it'll be fine. There are extra supplies available, but we still want more inventory space. So let's go prepare. For whatever reason, the yak hide armor actually does have no benefits. The shield is fantastic at doing what it said it's supposed to do, and drastically decreasing range damage taken. But the armor doesn't decrease melee damage taken. Rather odd, but it is what it is. Just going to run through here, switching prayers as necessary. Heading for the easternmost cave entrance. With the shield, range damage only does like 1s and 2s, which is pretty solid. We're going to go into the open cave. This cave? One of these caves. Here we are. We deliberately didn't bring the armor for the guy that's supposed to be leading them. But if it would actually work like they advertised, we would have. I mean, we're still wearing Fremnik armor. That's gotta count for something. We need to kill 10 trolls before we can get to the Troll King. They also have some supplies for us. Here we go. Before we came here, we intentionally used the Dragon Battle Axe special attack, and then the attack and defense potions. At the Warriors Guild. So now that we're here, we can fight some trolls, praying if necessary. If we get a hit in on each of these guys, that'll do good for us. Protect for melee. Hit each of the trolls once. That'll count as a kill credit for us. Taking a bit of damage still. That is what the tuna are here for. Getting us through the first part of the fight here. This one's attacking us in melee, so we will protect melee here. That one's down. Let's turn off our retally for a second here. Pick up our potatoes and cheeses. Protect from range since we're getting hit by range attacks. And we do still have a few extra potatoes and cheese here. Making sure we protect the right thing will help us significantly at this point in the fight. If a melee one gets on us, we need to have protect melee going though. Because we have no resistance to the melee attacks, unfortunately. I'm only getting hit by range right now, so we'll switch back. Eat a tuna. Attack another troll. The honor guard is doing nicely. Eat another tuna. Attack another troll. We've defeated enough trolls now, so that's fantastic. We'll head back this way. Get all of our supplies out. And we have just enough supplies to run on in. Going back for protect melee here, of course. And then for this fight, we want to protect from magic on. Because the Ice Troll King has a freezing attack he can do. With Protect from Magic, saving us from the freezing, the shield actually working against range attacks, and our decent armor protecting from melee, we're actually pretty much solid here. The extra supplies that we got from the supply guy were very nice. And so we can easily finish off the Ice Troll King. And then, for proof, decapitation. Now we have the option to either go back towards the fighting, or we could just teleport out. But we got enough supplies, we can just run back. Going the other way is the wrong choice, though, because there's a lot more trolls over there. No militia guys. And they still have the whole, they don't care that you wear the yak hide armor. Even though we don't have that, so it's not really relevant. We've got more than enough to tank the small ranged ship damage here. Hello, Giles. I'm kind of in the middle of something. Kind of busy. Running for my life. Anyways. We have successfully defeated the Troll King. And we're almost to safety. Just a few more trolls to walk past. And we're back to the green and safe islands. And he disappears right in time for us not to be able to claim any rewards from him. Thanks. Anyways. We return victorious. Nobody's going to comment on our lack of yak hide armor. We're still the champion. And we have proof. A glorious trophy. And for a reward, we get his helmet. And also some experience. Attack, strength, defense, and hit points. We'll go for hit points, I guess. And more hit points. More hit points levels is always nice. Even though it's just a little bit of experience. This is a very nice helmet. Worn by his ancestors into battle. And now, will be worn by me. They've also finished the final bridge that leads to a Runite Rock. So that's fun. Not that we can do much with that. But that is quest complete. We also get some woodcutting, crafting, and construction experience. And a quest point. 55 crafting. Just enough to cut dragon stones and make the Slayer helm. Foreshadowing there. But now we can upgrade from the Rockshell helm to the helm of Nay It's Not. Most importantly, some prayer and strength bonus. No negatives to magic and range attacks. Better in crush and magic defense. And one more in stab. Slightly worse in slash defense, but that's not a huge deal. Overall, just a much better helmet. So now we can put the Rockshell helmet back in the house. Don't need the shield anymore. We can get these decanted back into 1 doses. But now we're looking pretty solid. A very standard Iron Man setup here. Except for the rock shell and the thieving cape. It's a variant, we'll say. But now with this helmet and our lack of being able to go to Barbarian Assault right now, I think it's time that we start Slayer. And there's a few more goals in there too. Next time. Goodbye.